the first American boxer that you worked with was Danny Jacobs. What did you see in Danny almost 2 years ago that made you know he could get to this point of headlining a fight with arguably the biggest name in boxing?
I think that everybody in boxing has always known the skills and ability of Danny Jacobs. Ironically, I was there when he fought Dmitry Pirog in Las Vegas, 7-8 years ago now, where he was the new sort of American Idol, if you like, of boxing coming through. And that was his breakout night for the world title.
Right.
And he got knocked out in that fight. He had his problems leading up to the fight. Obviously, just a couple of fights later, he got diagnosed with cancer. And I was there that night at Mandalay Bay, just because I was in Las Vegas.
Right.
Nothing to do with working in boxing. So I've followed his career since then, really. And obviously the story around his cancer survival was incredibly inspirational. And like, I just couldn't understand how there was a guy who came back from, he was told that he may never walk again. He was told he'd definitely never fight again. And he came back to win a world title against Peter Quillen. And I just couldn't get my head around how this guy was not a national superstar.
Right.
But and I know America's a big place, but if this guy was from the UK, he wouldn't be able to walk one street without people coming up to him, praising him, cuddling him, high-fiving him, you know. And I felt like that's like one of the problems with boxing in America. These guys aren't well known enough. They aren't superstars, and they're brilliant talents, and they're great personalities, and they have incredible stories. But that was always something that was in my mind. So when I came over, and at the time, you know, I was speaking to HBO about doing an output deal with them, and they said, you know, have you spoke to Danny Jacobs? So I approached Danny Jacobs. And then we just got it rolling, and we did a 3-fight deal with HBO at the time that was supposed to lead to the Canelo Golovkin winner.
Right.
And you know, I just see, going back to your question, I just saw a super talented fighter with an incredible backstory, who was extremely personable, who looked the part, who was a great brand ambassador for Matchroom as well. And you know, we've been working together. This is our 4th fight together now. We just signed a new extension to that deal, and incredibly excited about the biggest fight of his, I say career, not his life, because we know what that fight was. But it doesn't get any bigger than this. You know, yesterday he said to me this morning, "Wow, yesterday was great. I'm ready to fight now." And he's realised, I think, over the last 24 hours, just how big this fight is. And this is, you know, the fight of 2019, certainly so far. You know, and it's a great fight between two brilliant middleweights.
Take us through the process of Anthony Joshua deciding to have his first fight in the States against Gerald Miller.
I think that it was always something we knew would have to come. And it would have come earlier if it wasn't for Anthony's success in the UK in terms of incredible commercial success. You know, he's done 350,000 ticket sales over his last 4 fights, 90, 80, 70, 80, something like that in each fight, and he's revolutionised